Breaks, it's Brickley here, and welcome to the 8th episode of Building Mordor in LEGO. We've already reached such a high quantity of episodes. I'm just astonished by all of your support, so I want to thank all of you. And of course, if you haven't seen any of the previous episodes of Building Mordor in LEGO, I suggest you go and click the card in the top right corner of the screen, which will lead you to the playlist to which I manually add all of the videos of my Building Mordor in LEGO series. And yeah, over here I actually got quite an interesting package. As you can see over here, this is from the Australian Post over here. That's quite interesting. So right now we're going to take a look. I also actually already opened this up before. So as you can see, we got a ton of minifigures, which we're going to unpackage in just a second. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look at these orcs right here. So I got a ton of these Mordor orcs. So I'm just going to grab them all out of here. So these are all Mordor orcs in my hands right here. That's quite amazing. So I got a lot of these Mordor orcs. I actually got 27 Mordor orcs. I ordered these from an Instagram seller in Australia. Was lucky enough to stumble upon him in my DM. But yeah, 27 of these Mordor orcs. That's just an insane quantity. I'm going to set them up in a second. But right now we're actually going to take a look at these orcs right here. These are the Moria orcs, as you can see. And I also got a ton of these. I actually got 26 of these. That's quite amazing. 2 of them aren't in the packages over here, as you can see. These are just separate orcs. But the rest is all packaged nicely. So I'm truly happy with that. And then finally, in this package, I actually got a ton of these hunter orcs. And these are just the same orcs as the Mordor orc, as you can see over here. Someone actually asked me what the difference is in the comment section of one of my previous videos. But the difference is actually pretty simple. These are the Mordor orcs. These are just some, well, orcs with a different leg printing, of course. But these are the orcs which actually ride on wargs. You could also see them in the Two Towers movie, riding on the wargs, battling against the forces of Rohan. And of course, you could resemble it with the orc who actually dragged Aragorn down off the cliff. But yeah, I got 14 of these hunter orcs from the LEGO The Hobbit theme. These orcs were actually included in the LEGO The Hobbit Warg Attack set, which was a pretty cool set. So over here, I got a ton of these minifigures, and I'm actually going to go and set all of these minifigures up for you right now. I finally finished setting up all of the LEGO orcs, as you can see. So over here on the far right, I got a bunch of Mordor orcs. In the middle, a huge group of the Moria orcs only appearing in the LEGO Mines of Moria set, so you gotta imagine how many sets you would need to buy for this bulk of Moria orcs right over here. And then finally, I got these hunter orcs, which we're actually gonna take an in-depth look at. So we just got the regular Mordor orc head with, of course, the torso printing, and then a different leg printing over here, which kind of looks nice if you want to mix it up with the Mordor orcs over here. That looks pretty neat. So I got 14 total of those for this haul, and I got them pretty cheaply, so I want to thank the seller on Instagram for, well, letting me buy all of these minifigures for such a good price. I'm really thankful for, well, buying all of these minifigures. And then in the middle over here, we got the Moria orcs, superb minifigures with the red on their torsos and some, well, dark bluish gray over here, some armor. You can actually switch the faces around because the Moria orcs have a double face. As you can see, we got another face printing right over here. And I prefer the one with the mouth open, as you can see over here. That looks kind of neat. And I actually want to include a lot more minifigures of the Moria orcs without a hairpiece, so they sort of look like this. I think that looks quite nice as well. But I gotta sort of position them so that you can't see the back of their head. But I think the front part of the head without a hairpiece looks kind of nice, actually. Taking a look at that right now. I never did that before, actually, so it looks quite nice. But yeah, I'm quite happy with all of these Moria orcs over here. I actually got 26 from the seller on Instagram, so that's a huge bulk of these Moria orcs. Quite happy with that. So just imagine 26 of these Moria orcs, and only 2 came in the Mines of Moria set. Just imagine how many sets you need to buy for this huge of an army. And this isn't even half of my army, which I own right now, so that's just insane. Then over here, we got my Mordor orcs. I got 27 of these Mordor orcs, so that's quite insane. So I got 67 orcs in total for this huge building Mordor and LEGO haul, so I'm quite happy with everything I got. And right now, I'm actually gonna go and put a lot more accessories on the minifigures. So I got a ton of these breastplates, which I'm gonna use, and of course a lot of these quivers, as you can see right here. As you can see, I actually added a lot of accessories to my orc armies over here. I added a lot of quivers over here to my hunter orcs and removed a couple of the hair pieces. So I also ended up with a couple of bold hunter orcs. On top of that, I also added a lot of breastplates to my Moria orc over here, so that is quite interesting, as you can see, with also, in addition to that, a lot of quivers. And then finally, I got all of my Mordor orcs, which actually is looking like quite a mess, as you can see, with the breastplates, and then on top of that, of course, those quivers. And I'm actually gonna, well, buy a lot more helmets for the Mordor orcs. I don't want to use the Urukai helmets because those actually tend to look like just Urukai, so I want to use a sort of special type of helmet for the Mordor orcs. But I'm gonna find out which helmet that is gonna be in the future of this building series. But what I also did with the hunter orcs over here is that I actually added this sort of shoulder plate right here with spikes on top of that from, I believe it is the Mirkwood Elves set, as you can see over here on the screen. So that was quite a nice set. And I actually had a lot of those shoulder plates laying around, which I didn't use, so I might as well just use them for this little garrison of the hunter orcs. But yeah, 67 orcs from my LEGO orc haul. That's just insane. On top of all of these orcs standing right over here in front of me, I also got another package, as you can see over here. This is actually from London, and well, someone was kind enough to send this to me, so I'm just gonna grab the contents out of the package over here. So let me see that I got everything. Yeah, that's everything. So someone actually DM'd me and commented under my video that he wanted to send me a LEGO Lord of the Rings package. I discovered your YouTube channel a few months ago, and as a fellow adult fan of LEGO and a massive LEGO The Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit LEGO fan, I'm really enjoying it. Your collection is very impressive, and particularly your army of minifigures. I also have a large collection of LEGO The Lord of the Rings and Hobbit minifigures. Definitely not as large as yours, thank you, but perhaps mine has more variety. I therefore noticed that you were missing a few vital minifigures from your collection, so please find the following enclosed. We got old Bilbo with the pipe over here in the middle. Gothmog, this is the commander from the battle at Minas Tirith scene, also featured in some Asciliath scenes over here, as you can see. That's pretty epic. I never thought I would own this minifigure. Actually was searching to purchase one, but right now I don't have to anymore, so thanks a lot for sending me this for free. Over here we got, let me see here, a Haradrim soldier. I think this is a sort of Ninjago minifigure. Well, sort of the cap over here on his head. That minifigure really looks great. Alongside with Bilbo over here, old Bilbo. I actually was searching for this minifigure as well. I'm going to unpack these in just a second. Here we got the Mumakil driver. This is actually the minifigure on top of the Oliphants over here. And then finally, I got Denethor, the father of Faramir and Boromir. Such an amazing minifigure. I've also enclosed a few weapons and accessories, some custom stuff I have bought over the years, like a Rohirrim shield, Dane Ironfoot's pig. Oh my gosh, Dane Ironfoot's pig? I never thought I would own something like that. Or some spare parts to make your own custom Haradrim from my own collection that I no longer need. So please add them to your awesome army. Good luck with your YouTube channel. I hope to see it grow and improve as the time passes. And keep up the great work on Mordor and the Blackgate MOC. I'm sure the finished display is gonna truly be epic. It's already looking fantastic. Brickon regards, Dave from London. And this is I'm actually gonna call this my first fan mail over here. I'm really happy that you sent me this stuff. So right now we're going to take a look at Gothmog. As I said, over here I got Gothmog with just an amazing printing on his face. I don't know where Dave got this minifigure, but I'm truly happy with this. We got this awesome sort of breastplate over here, which is looking quite nice. Then we also got the back, and I'm actually going to remove the breastplate to take a look at what's underneath. The torso is really looking epic, as you can see over here. I'm actually quite curious to which parts he used, but I think the combination is truly great. We over here got the arm of Gothmog, which is right in the open, so without any clothing over here, as you can see, just like in the movie. He's actually got to, well, sort of have it sort of, well, disabled over here. And then we got this sword over here. Quite an interesting minifigure, so I'm quite happy with Gothmog. Next up, we got the Haradrim soldier, seen in the Two Towers and, of course, the Return of the King movie. Amazing torso printing over here with also some leg printing. Really creative of you, Dave, that you sort of sent me these minifigures. I actually saw that all of these parts were official LEGO parts, so that's really good. And I love the fact that you used some official LEGO parts over here. I mean, you got the Ninjago sort of cab over here from Cole, so that's quite interesting. And then we also get this sort of face over here, sort of a nougat like the, well, 501st Clone Trooper. Really looking epic, so I'm quite happy with this minifigure. Thank you for the Haradrim soldier. Next up, we got old Bilbo over here with the gray hair. I never thought that this piece was made from LEGO. I actually want to check over here. And I don't know. Oh, he painted it. As you can see over here, on the inside of this piece, he actually painted it. So it isn't an official color gray, but you can see that he painted it. So thank you so much. Over here, we got Bilbo's walking stick and his sort of, well, smoking pipe over here with some smoke coming out. That looks quite interesting. We got, of course, the face of Bilbo Baggins, old Bilbo. His sort of jacket over here, which looks quite nice. And then in addition to that, also the back of his jackets. I'm truly happy with this minifigure. I thought it would be quite appropriate to set up Bilbo on his bench over here smoking. And next up, I got to set up Gandalf over here next to him. That's quite interesting. So over here, I got my custom bag, and don't know if you've seen my LEGO The Lord of the Rings collection video, but I'm going to, well, show you an in-depth view on that in that video. So click the card on the top right corner of the screen to view that Lego mock. The next minifigure we're going to take a look at is Denethor over here, the father of Boromir and Faramir, with his torch over here, so he's actually going to burn alive. Just a regular sort of black torso and leg printing over here, no printing at all. And then we got this awesome hairpiece. Actually going to go and try to remove it. Yes, so we got no different facial expression on the back, but we got an interesting face over here, looking quite great. So I'm really happy with this Denethor minifigure. And the final minifigure is the Mumakil driver over here with some epic torso printing and leg printing. We got this awesome face, and actually over here you can see that it's a dual face, so he can actually sort of scream over here. He looks quite frightened over here. That's quite nice. So he's fleeing for the ghosts of, Aragorn's summoned army over here. And then over here we got this awesome piece on the back of the Mumakil driver. So here are the 4 minifigures, and I got Bilbo set up at bag, and also got some accessories which we're going to take a look at right now. The first bag includes a lot of accessories. We got a sword over here. I believe this is the sword for Aragorn or something. And we got this crossbow, which is quite handy for my Uruk-hai soldiers, because you saw the Uruk-hai using crossbows at the battle at Helm's Deep. So that's quite an interesting sort of accessory over here. And on top of that, I got a Rohan shield from Dave, looking quite amazing. We got a Rohan helmet, and I'm actually going to test that. Over here, I got my standard Rohan soldier. I'm actually going to remove the helmet and put on this custom helmet over here. As you can see, that looks quite good, as you can see. So we got this brown custom helmet, and then I'm going to add this custom shield. This minifigure is looking quite great with the custom helmet and, of course, the shield over here. So I'm quite happy with this little minifigure. Now we got a mace, which I'm definitely going to use for a future LEGO Sauron minifigure. We got a sort of, hammer over here. Got a leg with some leg printing. This is actually the same as the Haradrim soldier over here, so that's definitely useful when I want to build a big Haradrim army. I got 2 of these pieces which I can use for Haradrim soldiers. Quite amazing pieces as well. And then in addition to that, he also included a bow for me, which I can put on my Haradrim soldier over here, as you can see. And then last but not least, we got this little package over here. I don't know what's inside. Well, actually I do, but I don't know what to expect. He said that this is Dane Ironfoot's pig. Oh my god, I'm in love with it. It really looks great. How did he make this? Where did he get this? I never heard of this before. This is Dane Ironfoot's pig, and it looks totally accurate with these 2 pieces over here. I'm gonna grab Dane, in fact. So over here we got Dane Ironfoot's pig, and Dane himself, of course. Gonna add him on top of the pig. As you can see, this looks great. I mean, you can see the pig over here with some markings on the head and on the sides of the sort of saddle over here on the back as well. This just looks astonishing. You can really recreate the scene of the Battle of the 5 Armies with this. So these are all the LEGO orcs I got over here in the back, and these are the custom minifigures Dave sent me. So I want to thank you so much for sending me these free figures. I'm definitely going to put them to good use in my LEGO The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit collection. After unboxing a lot of LEGO The Lord of the Rings minifigures, we've come to the end of this episode of Building Mordor in LEGO. But before I close up the video, I want to show you my top 3 comments of the latest episode of Building Mordor. And the first comment we're going to take a look at is from Star Wars Brickster. Over here, as you can see, such an amazing quote, which really fits with the battle at the Black Gate scene. So I'm really happy that you commented this quote. Next up, we got a quote from Halder's Bricks over here. Nobody tosses a dwarf. Really a great quote over here from you. So thank you for supporting Brickley so much. Final quote, which I've chosen, is from Olaf Frisk, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. This quote goes by, certainty of death, small chance of success, What are we waiting for? From Gimli, of course, and it's such a great quote. I really love that you commented that. So yeah, over here in front of me, I got a ton of Moria orcs marching towards the Black Gate to join the forces of Mordor. Over here, I got the Mouth of Sauron with a couple of Mordor orcs, and as you can see, all of the orcs are on top of the Black Gate guarding it, so that's quite nice. As you can see over here, we got some orcs over here on the right. We got archers in the towers, and we got a lot more orcs. And even up here, I got an orc guarding the Black Gate of Mordor. So that is quite exciting, as you can see over here, with a lot of minifigures in front of the Black Gate. But the main thing over here is this huge Moria orc army marching towards the Black Gate. I think that all of these Moria orcs marching towards the Black Gate look really good. And I can't wait to, well, see them all marching together with the Mordor orcs and of course all the Uruk-hai. As you can see over here, we got an orc hitting the drum over here, motivating the orcs to, well, march in a rhythm. And we got some orcs over here hitting them with some rope. As you can see, we got two of them, well, just yelling at the orcs over here in the middle. And then finally, of course, we got a cave troll over here in the back with a lot of orcs with spears, just, well, guarding him and making sure that he is actually not gonna attack the other orcs in front of him, so they're keeping him in line. We got another orc over here hitting him with a rope so he stays disciplined. But if you can guess how many Moria orcs are over here in front of me, I'll give you a shout out in the next episode of Building Mordor in LEGO. And yeah, that's actually where we're going to close off this video. So if you did enjoy this video, please leave a thumbs up to support this episode of Building Mordor in LEGO. Go subscribe directly if you are new to my channel. And of course, ring that notification bell to stay updated on when I post something. And I'll see you all in the next episode of Building Mordor in LEGO.
In the air, like a blazing flare.